much for joining us. Perhaps we'd start with you introducing yourself and the work that you are currently doing.
Okay. Thank you very much, Bundesma, for this invitation to this video. My name is Stefan Moritz. I'm the Managing Director of the European Confederation of SME Associations, either national or pan-European branch associations, called European Entrepreneurs. We have also a French acronym called CEA-PME, which stands for Confederation of European Associations of SMEs. I am the Managing Director. That means also I manage the operations in the field of lobbying, of course, at the European institutions, at the European Commission, at the European Parliament, the Council, where we try to obtain better conditions in the legislation for our SMEs. But also we try to provide for opportunities for our members through research, but also projects. We develop tools and solutions for our entrepreneurs, and as well as also organizing events and meetings where the entrepreneurs can come together, network, get contacts, and in this way also improve their access to, let's say, policy making or to business, whatever.
We're living in COVID times,
yep.
And I'm curious to find out from you how EU-Africa trade relations have changed, if they've changed.
Substantially, let's say, the trade relations will not have changed, let's say, from one day to another, in the terms of quantity of goods exchanged or amounts of money invested or sold, or for goods sold or bought. But the quality of interaction has changed, let's say, because thanks to COVID-19 we have experienced also the possibility to exchange or at least start the conversation through long distance meetings with online meetings. You know, I mean, they were already possible before, but everybody started to use them more regularly thanks to the fact that we needed to use them. And that, for example, we saw in 2020 in July, we organized our EU-African Business Lab for SMEs online, and there were entrepreneurs connected, for example, also women from agricultural regions, in rural regions in African countries, which normally would not have neither the time nor the money to go to the conferences, not even imagining in Europe. Maybe not in, but surely not in their capital towns, and they were happy to participate. They wrote that to us because they learned so much thanks to the fact that there was an online meeting on how to improve your business performance. And there were even women online. I saw them in the video with their children on their arms. So they could not go away even from their homes, but they learned.
I love the inclusiveness.
That is, let's say, a great chance. And based on that, we also decided to set up a new platform called African-European-Entrepreneurs.com. It is totally free of charge, and all entrepreneurs that want can register there with their products, with their services on a marketplace, and with their team of the company, and then try to reach out to other companies in other countries. We have there, let's say, 40% European companies, 60% African companies from practically all countries in the two continents. Sorry.
So the common theme at the Prosperity Africa Conference, where we are now, is the Africa Free Trade Agreement. And I want to find out from you, are there any concerns expressed by European entrepreneurs about this project?
No, definitely not. There's no concerns expressed about it. On the contrary, those who know that this free trade agreement, this great free trade area, continental free trade area, is already, let's say, a reality for the majority of countries in Africa, and it hopefully will be for all countries in Africa a reality soon. find it a very, very good step forward because, of course, also foreign investors had their problems with bringing goods from one country to another. If you want to produce, let's say, tires for cars in one country, and then the transport, not only the road transport, the infrastructure, but all the rules and papers that you have to produce and taxes and whatever from one country to another in Africa is not easy. Was not easy in Europe before, is still not finished also in Europe, but our single market, let's say, is working quite well, and everybody has understood that this is a great advantage. Even if you have to face more competitors, you become better because you do better because you know that you have more competitors. And everybody's doing better, that means we produce more, we produce to better quality, to higher prices, and we can employ more people. So at the end, that made Europe competitive, and we hope so. That will be also the case for Africa, because Europe hopes very much and supports very much everything that can help Africa to become a strong continent nearby, and more friendly, let's say, than maybe Asia, than maybe China, and especially maybe then at the current situation also more friendly than Russia.
Yeah, and now I want to find out from you what European entrepreneurs, what opportunities they're looking at on the African continent. Is there a specific hot market that everybody that you've come across is eyeing?
Yeah, I mean, of course there are traditional sectors which are quite important, let's say the textile and apparel industry, for example, but also the raw materials. But from all the events and webinars that we regularly organize on African European Entrepreneurs Platform, we found out that there is a great interest from European enterprises in the field of renewable energies. European enterprises have the technology and would like to, let's say, see it applied, especially in Africa, where there is great space for solar panels, there's great wind in certain areas for wind energy and for any other kind of energy like biomass or geothermal. So many enterprises look for Africa in that field. Of course, let's say that is maybe not in the first priority of African enterprises, I can understand that, but let's say if we think about it, these industries have also supply chains, they have also, let's say, they require staff, and they require maintenance, and they require pieces that have to be produced. And for example, if we think of the wind energy sector, that requires also the production of steel, and Africa has the raw materials to produce the steel alone in Africa. Some countries do, but not enough. There could be much more production because in Europe is producing too few, and for the wind energy, for example, we need a huge amount of raw material in that field. So there is also a great chance to cooperate. And then there is, of course, the contingency of the war. Europe is desperately looking for new markets, for new sourcing of their products, and for new suppliers. So all three things will be also leading European enterprises to take Africa much more in consideration and more seriously, of course.
And then lastly, how do we now continue strengthening EU-Africa partnerships?
I mean, let's say we should not only focus on signing documents.
The administration part of it.
I think the most important thing is to meet each other. I mean, I'm 2 days here in Botswana, and I've learned so much about Africa, and how far the development, the dialogue is already matured in the field of business, of economy, of small medium-sized enterprises, and also on continental cooperation. And if we want, let's say, to bring cooperation of the people together, our entrepreneurs are not people that read the whole day only studies. I mean, sure, they like to read a good article, short and precise, where you have the main important informations. But then you must meet. You must meet where possible. If online, then meet first online. African European Entrepreneurs has also an online video meeting tool built in. You don't have to go out to Skype or Zoom. and it is all free of charge. And but also come over, visit Africa, visit Europe, and come together and talk about business, what you can do. Because the problem is, or let's say the nice thing is Africa is full of challenges which can be solved with super business ideas,
Yeah.
and we can create shared value.